What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Dapper here. We are back playing some more Railroads Online. Today, we are going to be fixing all the mistakes that Khan has showed us in the last episode. But we're not going to be fixing it by hand. Today, we're going to be using the minizwerg map editor tool. Also, I'm going to show you how to download and import Railroads Online saves. I know a lot of you have been asking me for me to show you how to do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. I am now on the desktop of my computer. So the first thing you want to do is locate the save files of Railroads Online. So to do that, you go down to your search bar here, and we're going to type in %appdata%, and that should pop up a folder where your Railroads files should be getting saved. So I'm going to click on that, but I'm going to back up one folder. So as you can see, it put us into roaming. We're actually going to back up to app data, and then you can see local, local low, and roaming. Your files are going to should be located in local. So I'm going to double click that. And here we have ARR. So this is your Railroads file. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to go to saved, and I'm going to go to save games. And this is where all the files are stored. So the save slot that we're playing on right now is this one here, slot 1. So I'm actually going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to put it on my desktop just so it's easy for me to find. Now, I'm going to go over to the minizwerg website. All right, so here we are. I'm on the minizwerg.online website. I'll be putting a link for this in the description. Now, in order to upload your own map, you do have to sign in on Steam. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to sign in, and now I have signed in through the website. Now I have this little option up here that allows me to upload my game. So I'm actually going to do that now. So we're going to upload a save. I'm going to find the file that's on my desktop. Here it is, slot1.save. And then you also have this section here to make it public. I'm not going to make this one public, but if you were to upload this yourself, if you check this box, other people can download your world. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit the upload button. And here is my map. You can see it in all its glory from up above. Here are all the arrows that Khan gave us along the way. So this will be nice. We can actually use these to fix certain spots. So anyway, I'm just going to jump right into this. We're going to start using some of the tools that we have here. So if you're looking at this, you can actually go to the edit button here. You can edit a lot of things. So I can actually change the name of Betsy. I can change the name of the carts. It's pretty cool. You can name them all after animals. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close that because we're going to be focusing on curves and straights. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And this allows you to actually edit your curves in game. So the way you can do this is after you click on curves and straights, I'm actually going to select two pieces of track. So I'm going to select this one, and as you can see, it grabbed that portion right there. And I'm also going to zoom in and select this one. So now I have two pieces of track. And now we have a few options that we can do with this. So we have two different types of tracks that are in the game. We've got the rail on wooden deck, and we have the regular rail. And then we also have the beds. I'm going to leave this one gravel just because it already is gravel. But you also have this cool option here to sync tracks into bed. Now, I normally don't do this because it's actually hard to replicate in game. If you want to do this everywhere, you would have to use this mapper tool to do it perfectly. But I am going to say yes, just to show you guys what it looks like when it is sunk. So I'm going to do sync tracks into bed, yes. And then another thing to look at here, the curve duplicates the start segment. Should the duplicate be visible? I am going to say yes, just so you can see what it looks like. Normally I would say no. I don't understand the cornery start, but anyway, let's do this. Yes, I want the duplicate. I want to delete the duplicate track I don't like. And then we also have a checkbox here, ignore the whole curves. I haven't used this yet, but what's really important is the minimum height over ground. If you leave it at 0, it ignores the terrain. So if you edit this, if it's not flat, it'll actually go right through the terrain. So I normally put this to 1. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put it to 1, and now I'm going to hit generate curve. Here we go. We're going to click the button, and it's going to generate a new curve between these 2 points. And right now it's loading, so I'm going to wait for it to do its thing. And there we go. We have a brand new curve on our map. We are going to have to find this in game. But before we go back into game, I do want to edit some more things about this track. So another thing that was pointed out is that this straight section wasn't 100% straight. So that's another thing we can actually edit as well. So if I zoom in here, I'm actually going to grab this piece here. We'll go to edit, curves and straights. It does have it. So from that point, and let's go find another straight part here. I think that should be good. And I think I'm gonna try this checkbox thing. Anyway, here we go. I'm gonna do no syncing tracks. I'm gonna say no to the duplicate segments. And then I'm also gonna check this box. And now we can go ahead and generate a new curve. So hopefully that'll make this entire track straight. Now the hard part, and I'll show you this later. I don't think you can see it very well right now. But the hard part is distinguishing the new track from the old. Anyway, hopefully you get the idea of what we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to when I edit all of this track. All right, so we are finally done. Our track has all new curves, as you can see. Now we're gonna have to go into game and clean this up. But before we do that, I'm gonna show you how to download a map. So if you're not downloading your own map, when you go onto the minizwerg website and you wanna download a map, I'm just gonna download the minizwerg map. You are looking for names with stars on it. So you see this star here, that means that you can download it. This is the minizwerg map, which is actually pretty cool. Like that might be something I want to check out. Like that's kind of awesome. Just a whole little piece of rail here in the flat sections. That's so cool. Like there's rail everywhere. What? Anyway, like I said, this is the minizwerg map. So if you wanted to download this for yourself, all you'd have to do is click on it. We'll go to edit, and then we will go to download save. So now that that save is downloaded, we will navigate to our downloads folder, and there you can see it right there, the minizwerg map. Now I'm going to show you what to do next. So in order to make this easier, I'm going to drag this onto my desktop, or in this case, I'm going to drag my actual file that I want onto my desktop. It's the same exact method for both. So here we go. I'm going to drag it into my app data folder that we found earlier with all the saves, but notice there's a different name. So this says slot 10 and this says minizwerg. So what you need to do here is actually change this to a slot number. So in this case, I'm gonna rename it slot 9. So now that should work. If you navigate to slot 9 in the game, you should be able to load the map. But in this case, I'm gonna do mine real quick, slot 4. So now slot 4 is my new modified map. So let's go ahead and load up the game. Once again, really hard password. Here we go, and perfect. All right, so now I'm going to navigate to the slot that we just put in there. So we are currently on 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be the save that we want to use. All right, and here we are. As you can see, the arrows are still here, and look at that. These are the brand new curves that we modified into the game, which is pretty awesome. You can see the kind of the nasty curve that I had originally. I thought this curve was pretty clean, but look at that in comparison to an actual clean curve. Like, wow, that just kind of bows out and just makes its way around. So anyway, now we have two sets of tracks here. Also, this is what a sunken track looks like. Like I said, the reason I don't think I would normally do this, because this would be really hard to replicate by hand. But all it is a you place down a track, and then it's you would have to place a foundation at the perfect level to make it kind of sink in. Anyway, that sounds like a lot of extra work. So like I said, it's not something I would do, but if you guys want to see it, there it is. That is what a sunken track looks like. But anyway, now we have to clean this up. So I'm going to take my demolish tool, and I'm going to start deleting my old track. And I got to be really careful here, because if you accidentally click your new track, well, it's, you know, you're gonna have to place a new one by hand. But anyway, I'm gonna carefully delete the old track. All right, so that looks pretty good. That's pretty clean. All right, perfect. Now I'm gonna remove this over here. That way we have a nice clean line to go around. And now we're gonna check out all the corners that are replaced on Betsy after I'm done deleting this. Oh, please. Okay, it's so sketchy to delete that. Try not to delete your new track. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of this one too, just in case. All right, perfect. And now I'm going to clear some trees, because obviously this new track was placed in a line. Also, there are other tools on this site I didn't really dive into. One of them is tree clearing, but I could not get it to work for some reason. So if one of you guys gets it to work, definitely let me know down in the comments below. But there's an option to clear all the trees from a certain distance away from tracks and industries. Like I said, I've tried it multiple times. It didn't work for me. So let me know if you guys get that to work. But anyway, I'm going to clear all of these trees, and then I'm going to clean up the rest of the track at the bottom here, and we are going to run this new curve. All right, there we go. All the trees are clear, and now I just need to clean up this track. Let's go to the demolish tool. Carefully demolish all of the old track. All right, and that looks pretty clean. Did I do the straight here? I can't tell. It looks really straight though. I can't remember. But anyway, now all of the track is finally cleared. I'm going to run back to Betsy and we are going to test out this brand new curve. Currently using the auto run feature. If you didn't know about it, all you do is you sprint, and while you're sprinting, just hit H and the tutorial will pop up, but you'll keep sprinting in the background. It's great. So completely hands-free right now. All right, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and put fire in Betsy just to make sure she doesn't lose boiler pressure while we're doing this. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Perfect. And let's start her up. Take my brake off, give it a little bit of regulator. Let's not go backwards. Thank you. All right, here we go. We are now headed around my brand new curve. And look at this. It is so clean now. It's amazing. So I am going to go back and try to clean up all of the old gravel underneath. If you want to make it easier on yourself, if you do edit this, I think it might be pretty cool to delete all your foundations and just have your floating track, so then you can really tell the difference before placing new track, because I think it auto places gravel underneath. Anyway, this is the new curve and it is looking super clean, much cleaner than the last one. Like, look at that. There is no way Con will ever put any arrows on this track. Anyway, we are now approaching the straight section, which I don't know if it actually added a new track. We're going to have to look closely. Hopefully I don't derail here. I'm pretty sure we did the straight section though, and I don't see a duplicate anywhere. So I don't know, maybe it was straight to begin with, maybe it just straightened it out. I'm not sure, but anyway, we're going to go up to the next curve, because I know it definitely replaced that, and I want to see exactly what it did. I'm a little worried about it because there is a mountain over there. So I don't know. I definitely hit the 1 button on it, or I set the height to 1. So hopefully it didn't attempt to go through the mountain like it says it shouldn't. Anyway, we are almost there. It is just up ahead. I'm just keeping an eye out for any tracks that look duplicated. We got some weird stuff happening up here. I don't know if it's just texture wonkiness though. I think it is. Anyway, this is a super straight track. It looks good. I don't know if I placed it like that though. Anyway, almost here now. Yeah, there's an arrow there, and there's definitely nothing that I can see wrong with that. But anyway, we are finally approaching the new section here, which looks to be all clean. Is this the replaced track, or did it replace it up ahead? I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll have to go check out the map. Anyway, we're gonna go down a bit further and see if we can see any more duplicates. Okay, so we definitely 100% have some duplicated tracks up ahead. So I am going to hit the brake here so we can clean those up. Here we go. There is some duplicate track right in front of me. And this might be hard to actually do. So I didn't sync these tracks. I probably should have so I could tell the difference. But, okay, so this is definitely the replaced track. As you can see from the left and the right looks so much cleaner as opposed to the left. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh, look at that. It's actually going right through the grass. That's actually kind of cool. I'm actually going to leave that. This looks like a pretty cool overgrowth section. That actually looks awesome. Anyway, I'm going to delete this tree first, and we can go ahead and start cleaning up this old track. I'll probably start down here. I'll get rid of this one too, why not? All right, so I'm going to start by, oh, look at that. We got some more duplicates up ahead. Anyway, let's go ahead and start deleting the track that we're no longer going to be using. Carefully. All right, so that's good. We'll get rid of this because that'll definitely derail. That one too, perfect. I'm gonna go back and clean up all the track that I'm no longer gonna be using later. But as you can see, this is a beautiful curve, and I actually like this a lot. It's like overgrowth. It looks amazing. I'm gonna keep that for sure. But I am definitely going to clean this up. That way we don't derail. Then you get rid of that, very carefully this one. Again, super carefully. Oh, I don't know how to hit this. Right there. Okay, perfect. And we actually have a duplicated track here, but I think it's basically on the same exact line. So I'm just going to delete one of those and fingers crossed that it works. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and hop into Betsy and we'll keep moving forward. Take my brake off. That'll help. There might be some more duplicated track there, but luckily it works. And we are now flying through. Oh no, wait, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe you didn't derail on Khan's arrow there. Okay, well, luckily, that's amazing. I definitely like that overgrowth area a lot. I don't think I'm going to be changing that anytime soon. But anyway, I am going to hit the... Are we fully braked? Hello? I don't know what was happening there. But anyway, we are now onto the bridge section where we have more duplicates. And now I'm going to have to figure out which one is the duplicate and which is not. So basically, I'm looking for whichever one is cleaner. And I think it's the one on the right. This line looks way cleaner than this one that kind of sketchily goes over. Yeah, so yeah, this definitely has to be my old track. So I'm going to start deleting that old track here, just like so. And we're going to go all the way down the line. And then we can check out the new track. I definitely hit wooden foundation, I thought, but that's fine. I guess I can replace this later. I don't remember hitting gravel here, but I guess it is gravel. Oh well. Alright, just gonna delete these last few pieces. Oh, these are really sketchy. They're so close to my new track. Alright, so that's good. Nice and clean, and then I'll delete the rest down here as well. So yeah, it did replace it with gravel. Interesting, I really thought I hit bridge there, but it's fine. We can actually delete that and replace this with bridge, no problem. We actually have to go under there anyway to delete all the bridge that that I laid beforehand as well. Alright, now I'm going to get rid of these duplicates here. And we can continue running this new track. Alright, so that is all complete. Let's go ahead and hop into Betsy and keep on moving. We'll take the brake off this time and full the regulator. There might be a duplicate on there, but we just rolled over it just fine. I might try to delete it later. It's a pretty straight piece, so if I do accidentally delete the wrong one, it should be pretty easy to replace. And look how clean this is now. We have a very slight curve here, and it actually looks amazing. Not including the foundation, of course. The foundation does not look amazing. Like I said, I am going to have to clean that later. But as far as the curve and straightness goes, it's pretty perfect. Anyway, we are now going to roll around here. I definitely need to clean up this area. I don't know if it'll work for the tool, though. Like I said, I tried the tool, and it basically told me no. So I might need to do this section right here by hand. Maybe I'll do a nice slight curve through here to make it look better. But anyway, we are now approaching the last curve that I edited. And you can already see the duplicate coming up. We're going to look at it and see if we can find the track that looks cleaner and delete the old stuff. So here we go. Here are the two tracks. And I'm starting to think it's actually this track now. Yeah, it definitely is. It's sunken in. Which, again, I don't mind. I actually really like the look of the whole sunken in portion. Like, look at that. It goes right through here. And all the grass is like coming up, and then it joins over there just fine. So yeah, I think I am going to delete my old track here because it looks pretty clean. Here we go. Let's get rid of these very carefully there. All right, perfect. That lines up. I am going to have to delete my foundations, I think, too, because it really does go in. I also need to delete some of these trees. This one just because, and this one because that'll definitely probably derail us. Alright, so this looks good. Yeah, I love this whole sunken in, or not sunken in, but it's so close to the ground that the grass is growing up. That's actually really cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of all of this old track here. Just like so. Hopefully I don't accidentally delete the new track at any point. All right, that looks good. And now we can get rid of all of this. Ooh, this one looks weird. There we go. And then we got one more. Perfect. All right, so that track all looks like it lines up. Now I need to delete some of the foundations because as you can see up here, the track actually goes into the ground. That's not good. So let's go over to groundwork, demolish. We'll get rid of these pieces here. Probably this one too, yeah. Yep. That. All of that. Okay, so yeah, that actually looks way cleaner without the ground there. And that's good. Let's go ahead and test out our last curve just to see how it works. It looks great. I don't know why, but I definitely like it. I don't know, it's different having all the grass going through your rails. But if you didn't want that, I guess you'd have to put like a 2 in this section. I put a 1, and I guess that barely puts it above the ground. So if there's anything foliage growing, it makes it look a lot lower. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this last curve just to make sure it works. It definitely looks so clean, like just as far as the lines go, like the curve is absolutely perfect. This looks great. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any derailing on it either because it's such a wide curve. So like you could almost go in here with a full load at full speed. I don't know why you would because you'd be braking soon, but I don't think you're definitely not going to pull any cars off the tracks coming through this curve just because it's so awesome. Anyway, hopefully all my tutorial made sense. Hopefully you can follow along and do it for yourself. And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!